a trail of bloody and beaten carcasses in my path.
All this talk about destiny. How was your destiny to be an NWA TNA? Your destiny to be in the cage match. Your destiny to be the NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
And the road leads to AJ Styles. I'm gonna beat AJ Styles. I'm gonna take my title. And I am gonna be the worst champion you ever saw, Vince. You think Jeff was tough to control? Imagine controlling me, Vince.
What's AJ Styles in for? Here they swing it out next week. These two for the title.
Oh no, drop toe into the steel rail. And Raven assaulting Styles. Is this what we'll see next Wednesday? Is this a preview of the world title match?
Oh man, Raven just throws him right into the rail. Raven trying to get the upper hand right away so that next week AJ Styles will not be 100%. And there's no way that he could be.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
Raven effect DDT. Raven lays out Styles on the ramp. He's got the belt. It's next Wednesday. The NWA title on the line. AJ Styles to defend against this man. Raven and Styles next week.
Your fate comes knocking on the door. And I promise you, it's not going to be very pretty. Quote the Raven.
The announcers are ready, the Asylum is ready, and it's time for the highly anticipated NWA World Heavyweight title match. Let's go to the tail of the tape. And the numbers game, as we take a look at all three categories, shows a clear advantage for the challenger Raven. But will his experience edge be the real difference? To the bullet points, you have to give Styles credit for being a fighting champion. But will 3 title matches in 3 weeks finally catch up to AJ? Raven, the master of messing with his enemies' minds. Will his premeditated attacks take Styles out of his game and alter the champ strategy? And finally, the million-dollar question. It's about to be answered. Can Raven finally close the deal and become NWA World Heavyweight Champion? Question the methods of Raven's madness, but there's no questioning what he's accomplished during his time here in TNA. After systematically eliminating every roadblock put in his path, Raven truly is deserving of a shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. He may be the most selfish, most self-centered wrestler in the business today, but tonight, after always looking out for number one, he may finally become number one. Here comes the defending champion, and what a wild 3-week ride it's been for the young man who's been hailed as the new face of professional wrestling. From convincing Vince Russo that he deserved a chance to replace the injured Chris Harris, to surprising Jeff Jarrett in winning the title in the cage, to successfully defending against the Truth last Wednesday, to once again putting the World Championship at stake tonight. To keep the gold, Don West, AJ Styles will truly need to be phenomenal against Raven.
You said it, Mike, today, but one thing about it, you mentioned it, he is not afraid to put his title on the line. He's becoming the people's champion every week now. This is the 3rd week in a row this man has been in a NWA heavyweight title match.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest Wrestling Alliance, in cooperation with Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA official, Mr. Rudy Charles. Introducing, first of all, weighing in at 240 pounds, from the Bowery. Tonight, he attempts to fulfill his destiny to become the NWA Heavyweight Champion of the world. He is the challenger. This is Raven. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Gainesville, Georgia, he weighs in at 215 pounds. He is TNA's only Triple Crown winner and the current reigning and defending NWA Heavyweight Champion of the world. He is the phenomenal AJ Styles. In the TNA era, only 4 men have worn that NWA World's title. Jeff Jarrett, Ron Killings, Ken Shamrock, and AJ Styles. Just 4 men in nearly 2 years. The question we will answer tonight: if Raven fulfills his destiny, and will he would become, Don, the 5th NWA champion, only the 5th man in the 2-year history of TNA to wear the NWA gold.
Well, it's been over a year, I believe, Mike, since Raven stood in that ring and had a chance to win that title from Jeff Jarrett. Well, now, a year later, his destiny is this close to being fulfilled as he looks in at AJ Styles. It's going to be a match of contrasting styles, I'll tell you that right now.
And I have to wonder if AJ Styles will be able to maintain his cool. Will he wrestle to his strengths against Raven? Will he fall into Raven's trap possibly and try to fight it out? Because, I mean, let's face it, AJ has to be looking to gain payback for all of those recent attacks from Raven, and that's just one example, I think, of Raven's experience edge coming into play, how he can mess with his opposition's mind.
I asked AJ Styles before this match how his ribs were, you know, after the big fall he took in the cage match with Jeff Jarrett, and we saw Ron the Truth Killings last week working on him. He said he feels fine. Whether he's telling the truth or not, I don't know, but I looked in his eyes and it looked like he was. He's not going to use that as any part of an excuse tonight. He says he's ready to go. It's hard to believe, this being his 3rd straight week in a title match.
And then we also saw at the conclusion of last week's show, after the match with Ron Killings, the attack by Raven as well. So, I mean, we're talking about a lot of impactful blows that AJ Styles has suffered in the past 3 weeks. You know, I'm also curious when I think about Raven. Think about his strategy as of late. Against Chris Harris, against James Storm, he worked on their upper bodies. He worked on their shoulders in particular to take away their offense. And I wonder if he's going to try and do the same thing against AJ Styles.
Well, right now he's obviously trying to use brute strength, trying to use his body weight as he's towering over AJ Styles right here and raining the blows on him. But one thing we know about the phenomenal AJ Styles is this kid is tough, and look right there. That's how you even the score. Oh, man, AJ again and again. Driving that elbow down. Look at that.
You know, I had expected that Raven might pick out a body part, that he might try and ground the high-flying Styles, but it's been the exact opposite. It's AJ Styles grounding Raven, working on the legs. Repeated shots, repeated kicks. Now look at these to the back of the leg, right to the knee.
Well, obviously AJ Styles is a learning champion. He's seen people do it to him week after week, and he realizes it's better to be on the giving end than the receiving end. Oh, obviously Raven trying to get his composure. Left legs in severe pain as AJ worked on it. Must have gave it about 8 or 9 blows right there. And oh, Raven just takes his eye off of AJ for a second. And here he goes.
Styles
charges over. Oh no, Raven ready for that. Look at the athleticism of AJ Styles.
What have we talked about? How Styles is able to improv in the middle of a match, in the middle of a move like we just witnessed there.
Nobody thinks on their feet better and quicker than AJ Styles. Oh, look at right there at the crowd. Oh wait, Raven though, set him up.
Part of Raven's trap. We talked about it earlier, and AJ answers by using the very powerful legs, his leg strength. Oh, fires him off back first into the steel guardrail. Follows up with knife-edge chops.
I'll tell you what, AJ Styles has been ready for this match. He's obviously been thinking about it since the beatdown last week by Raven. He's come out with a game plan and he's used it. Now Raven, though, this guy's a veteran, Mike.
And at the same time, Don, you talked about AJ thinking about this match. Raven has been thinking about this opportunity for an awful long time, thinking about fulfilling his destiny. Indian deathlock variation, and drops back with all of his weight against the previously injured knee and leg of Raven.
This. AJ Styles just working it and working it. I mean, right after another, Raven is just, oh, you can see the pain in Raven's face. AJ Styles showing, you know, you brought up about Raven, how he's waited and waited for this opportunity, but you know what? In his mind, for all that time, Raven thought he would be fighting Jeff Jarrett in that ring. And it's only been 2 weeks since AJ Styles has won the belt. He hasn't had the time to get mentally prepared for AJ, I wonder.
Styles added the chin lock to that death lock, but Raven was very fortunate to make his way to the ring ropes and get the break. Ooh, man, crash and burn. Slingshot, cross body block attempt by the champ. Raven, the wise veteran, able to move out of the way. And Styles hitting nothing but concrete floor. Oh, man.
As Raven just puts him right into the rail.
Head first on right into the steel.
Just the advantage that Raven needed, and Raven's the kind of person that'll capitalize on a mistake quicker than anybody.
Still favoring the leg as Raven limps back in on the attack.
I'm surprised he can walk on it.
Oh, man.
Puts AJ right into the rail, right into the steel pole.
Hammer locks the arm, shoots him off, shoulder first into the unprotected steel ring post. Well, you know what? We're seeing shades of what we've seen in the past couple of weeks with Raven against Storm, Raven against Harris. What did he do, Don? He worked on that single body part, the upper body, and primarily the shoulder.
Crowd trying to cheer AJ on. All that does sometimes is spur on the opponent of the guy you're cheering on, because they get fired up because you're not cheering for them, and you see Raven taking advantage of it. Oh, look at that. He put the boot right into the left shoulder.
Staking the arm out right across the steel ring cable. Working on the arm and shoulder, and Styles tries to fight back with lefts and right. Single leg takedown. And
back
goes
to the leg.
Exactly.
Oh, good move though by Raven as he counters.
Cross arm breaker. AJ trying to employ the proper defensive strategy to this arm breaker, and that's by connecting his hands as he does. If you connect the hands, you stop Raven from extending and putting all the pressure on the arm and elbow and pulling back on the cross arm bar.
Well, we talked about how AJ thinks constantly. Look at that. Look at that. He rolls over just far enough to get his foot on the ropes. Oh, but Raven now. Look at Raven working on the arm.
Think back to that tail of the tape, and when we have 5 years of pro experience for AJ Styles, I mean, he just started his 5th year as a pro, where Raven, what is it, 3 times the experience of the champion.
16 years. Oh, look at this. That left arm of AJ Styles is absolutely getting worked out. And oh, man.
If you notice what he did there, he was using AJ's weight to hurt AJ.
He had him off of his feet. I mean, AJ had nothing to counter it, Mike.
Exactly.
He had nothing to counter.
Lifting him up into the air, extending that arm, and now it goes back into the hammer lock, and we've seen this also. This hammer lock and crossface, this crossface style chicken wing that Raven has mentioned on many occasions was taught to him by Bob Backlund.
Grounding AJ Styles, which is always a good strategy to do when you are in the ring with AJ Styles.
It's a combination of things, because he's not just grounding him, but he's also taking away some of his offensive moves by weakening his arm and shoulder.
But look at AJ Styles. This guy fights out of everything, but Raven right back with a counter.
Right back to the hammer
now
lock.
working the left arm up the back, too. You know the pain that is, and he drives the knee into the back.
Stakes out the arm, drops down with all his weight across that arm of Styles, and then leans back again. And fortunately, Styles, I don't even know if he was aware that he touched the ring ropes with his boots, but referee Rudy Charles, the senior official, calls for the break.
It may have looked like just a reaction, but believe me, AJ Styles was aware. This guy knows what's going on at all times.
Raven rings out the arm, and Styles fights back. Series of elbows to the exposed head of Raven.
Oh, no. But look at that. Does he have the strength?
Powerful series of clotheslines. Third one takes him down, and charges for a 4.
4 in a row. Oh, he's speeding on it too, Mike. He's speeding on it.
AJ playing the power game here with Raven.
Another one.
You don't normally see AJ AJ Styles reel off a half a dozen clotheslines in a row like we've just witnessed.
Well, I mean, we also know that eventually the other one's going to get wise to it. But AJ just fired up, and he knew each one was just taking Raven down, and again, Raven counters.
AJ went for the enziguri, but it was blocked by Raven, who fights back. Right hands this time, focused and delivered to the top of the head. And now rights and lefts went for the discus clothesline.
Oh, AJ took him down. Oh, it looks like it cost AJ too, though.
Perfect counter that time by the champ as Styles saw that Raven was spinning at him with that discus 360 clothesline, lays onto the cover, but Raven is able to kick out. Both men make their way back up to their feet, and Raven, even from his knees, is able to continue to work on the arm and shoulder. Trying to yank it out of its socket is what he's trying to do.
Raven's going to use every trick in the book of camera. Look at AJ Styles. He's got it, yes! Caught it perfectly. Again, they're going to beat another one.
First the tilt-a-whirl head scissors, then the Hurricane Rana, then the pinning attempt for a 2 count.
You know, a lot of times we get matches like this and we say, wow, it wasn't what I expected. But I got to be honest with you, this match is going just like I expected. You figured Raven would pick something on AJ Styles and try to work on it to take away an advantage. AJ Styles doing the same thing, but then every time that AJ Styles can use his athleticism, he uses it. Every time Raven can use his power, he uses it.
And Raven continues to abuse and work on the arm of AJ Styles.
Holding on to it for dear life.
Styles trying to fight back.
Oh, man. That just, somebody just pulled it out of the socket. Look at that. You could see Raven's worn as he's leaning on the ropes, trying to catch his breath.
Almost
yelling at AJ,
challenging him. He's challenging the champion to get up and get to his feet, because you know as soon as he does, Raven is going to try and inflict more pain and punishment.
Here it goes. He's got him. Here he goes.
He's going to go for the Raven effect. He's going to go for the DDT, but it's blocked. It's stopped. It's countered. Styles clash.
Here comes.
No.
Oh, Raven was able to counter the Styles clash and pulling the arm back again. Going to make him tap out.
Armbar applied and then leaning back with all of his weight, but Styles rolls through to break the armbar. But just as soon as he does, in mid-move, Raven counters and drops down again and stakes out that arm.
Look at him bridging right there, applying more pressure as he's almost pulling the arm off. Oh, AJ Styles has got to be in pain. He hasn't had time to recuperate. He hasn't had any time to recuperate. This is the 3rd straight week he's been in a title match. You've got to let your body heal.
We've mentioned it several times, Don. But for over a year, Raven has been talking about fulfilling his destiny to become NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. And at this point in time, I don't think he's ever been closer than he is right now.
Oh, I know it. You can see it right now. He's zapping the strength out of AJ. How much can you expect out of AJ Styles? You can't defend every week. Jeff Jarrett was so smart. He picked and chose his battles. He was able to be prepared for each one.
Raven dropped toe hold. Sends AJ Styles flying through the ring ropes and crashing down onto the floor.
The only good thing that's going for AJ Styles right now is that he's not in the middle of the ring. Oh no, what's Raven doing? Setting up a chair, throwing it in the ring.
Steel chair tossed in by Raven. Slowly limping over to the champ AJ Styles. And rolls Styles into the ring. Now what does he have in store for Styles?
Oh, AJ has nothing left at this point. He's got to reach down, dig down deep. He's got to be exhausted. You can't do it week after week. Oh, what a kick by AJ! Just when you think he's done, Mike, he reaches in and pulls something that nobody else has.
Almost out of nowhere that time. Styles with the desperation move, but it certainly connected and it took Raven down.
Crowd to their feet. They thought their champion was done, and you can see Raven right now. And he's not just laying there from the kick, he's exhausted. He's going to take this count to the end.
Crowd here at the Asylum appreciating the battle between these two warriors with the NWA World's Heavyweight title belt at stake. Raven first to his feet. Wait a minute. What's Raven doing? Did he take something out of his trunks?
Oh! Whatever it was, he didn't have time to use it.
Look at that, it dropped on the mat.
It did drop. He had something, and it dropped to the ground. What was it? What is that? It's like pills.
That's a container of some sort. AJ looking at the container. What is it?
Oh, wait a minute.
Is it powder?
It's powder. And AJ, is he going to use it? Oh! Just as he went to use it, Raven got him with the kick.
Double impact move. Raven's blinded, but Raven also connected with the kick.
I don't know that he knows where AJ is. He's trying. He thinks, oh, he thought that was AJ. It was the referee.
Drop toe hold, and
I don't believe what I just saw.
Senior official Rudy Charles goes face first into the steel chair. My God.
Raven saw a body. Now he realizes where AJ is. He thought that was AJ. He just put the referee out cold. Oh, AJ gets him into the chair.
That time it's the champ Styles. Drop toe hold. Raven face first into the chair. AJ's going to go for the pin, but
here it is.
I don't think AJ has an idea that the referee's knocked out either.
No, he was knocked a little bit cold there from the kick by Raven. He doesn't realize the referee has just had his face slammed right into a chair. AJ, what's he going to do? Is he going to call for another ref?
AJ.
Oh, he's going up to... Oh! Raven just in time.
Springing off the top, trying to crash down onto Raven, but Raven rolls out of the way. Let's take another look at this. There you see referee Charles. Wow.
Wait for now. You know why the referee has no clue what's going on. They got to get somebody.
Raven's got the
chair.
Steel chair shot to the head, but Rudy Charles is still down and out.
I'm thinking it's Raven don't fall. He's the one that's putting him out.
Both men, Styles first, Raven second. Had the count. They had the pin. They had the win.
Wait a minute. Here comes LaParca.
LaParca coming from the back. We saw Raven attack him earlier during the interview with Hudson and Armando. What is LaParca doing out here?
Well, he's got a good time to come out because the referee is still not that cold. This is his chance. Oh my God, LaParca can kill Raven
with a DDT of all things, Raven's signature move. LaParca celebrates Raven spiked with the DDT. Referee Charles is still out. AJ getting to his feet.
Again, the referee still groggy as AJ's up. Can he do it to Raven? And here he goes. Going for the Styles Clash.
Here it comes.
He got it.
Styles Clash.
And the referee is off.
Count. 1, 2, 3.
And still NWA Heavyweight Champion of the World, AJ Styles.
His destiny's not fulfilled right now.
The destiny of Raven denied once again, and many people would say because of the man standing in the ring.
Oh, absolutely. LaParca upset with the beatdown that Raven gave him earlier, showing him no respect whatsoever. Has come out. He saw an advantage. He saw the referee out, and he took it, Mike.
AJ Styles retains the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, denying Raven once again and fulfilling his destiny.
Raven can't believe it. What's going on? Wait a minute. Wildcat Bandit!
It was Chris Harris in the LaParca costume.
It's the Wildcat getting his revenge.
Oh, you talk about payback.
He owns him. He owns him.
This is the ultimate in payback. Harris fires him up into the corner, but Raven got the boot up.
Oh, look at the blows as they're just going out here, one after another. Raven summoning up something, but there's the Cowboy James Storm in the ring.
And now you have both members of AMW, Storm and Harris with the double team on Raven. And here it is, those weeks of frustration.
Oh, if anybody deserves this, it's Raven at the hands of the Wildcat. As now we got all kinds of people coming out the ring. I see Joe Brody, Michael Shane, Johnny Swing with the natural.
The locker room has emptied to try and separate AMW from Raven.
It is a madhouse in here.
But AJ's kept it. Wait a minute, here's Russo. Director of authority, Vince Russo.
Get him out of here. Enough, Chris. Enough. Settle him down. Get him out of here. Hey, hey. You are no different than Raven. You are out of line, Chris. You're out of line.
No, Vince. It's you that's out
It's not about me and you. It's about me and AJ Styles.
You know, Harris wants that title more than anything.
You know as well as I do that I deserve to be in that cage.
He did.
So I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, I want an NWA World Title match.
What do you say, champ? What do you say, AJ?
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I am a defending champion. All you had to do was ask.
What? Oh, man. If that was all he could do.
You talk about a fighting champion. He's the ultimate definition of fighting champion. The match is next Wednesday, Don.
He's got it, AJ. Next week, Wildcat Chris Harris, AJ Styles for the NWA Championship.
It'll be AJ's 4th title match in 4 weeks. It's 1 week from tonight. It's next Wednesday. It's another title event. AJ Styles versus the Wildcat Chris Harris.